Here we are back. This is a resume from replay. So, there we go. Gumiho is taking his natural base here. Reaper on the way. And yeah, grrr. So the map is ley lines. It does have these purple gas bases, but they all have a mineral field, which you can see remaining 150 minerals, which does block you from taking this gas. And you need to mine this one first. So there's no real big exploits on Ravager rushes, for example, to get that early gas and yeah. It's a nice, cool feature. It's something that's really cool. It's a cool, interesting idea to toy with, I think. It's something that should have been done like probably 10 years ago already. And yeah, it's just cool to have something like this now. Of course, I don't want this to be in any map, in every map of the Mapu, but I'd like to have something like this in one map of the Mapu, just to make it different. And yeah, cool stuff. So, speed on the way, completely pulling out of gas here for solar. Of course, queens and hatcheries. Hatcheries, I think, have been buffed. Basically, queens have been nerfed. Only in the minerals. It doesn't really make that much sense. Queens are a little bit more expensive. Hatcheries a little bit cheaper now. Doesn't really make that sense. The big thing, I think, the big takeaway from Zerg this patch is the Ultralisk nerf and the Hydralisk buff. And yeah. The Hydralisks have a new ability, which is a research, so actually you don't really see this that often. I haven't seen it myself yet. And it's like a charge, move charge. And the Ultralisk nerf is a speed nerf to the Ultralisk off creep. And it's not gonna catch a biome, it's in biome now. So yeah. I'm not sure. I saw Dan's video about this. He said this is gonna be probably a terrible choice, which is a different or a wrong direction in the nerf. Of course, the ghost supply is at 3 now, not 2, which is a big, it's like a huge nerf to the Terran. It's literally one of the biggest nerfs I've seen in a long time. Because there was nothing given in comparison. In compensation, I'd say. Alright, Hellion Bench opening here again from Gumiho. He's gonna play it safe for now. No shenanigans yet. He's gonna move in with the Hellions, as I say. He's gonna play it safe. I meant he's gonna play it safe and warm here. Oh, can he get those 4? Oh no, my god. 8 drones already falling here. That's so much damage. Gumiho really looking on fire. Or is Solar looking on fire? And Gumiho's making him look on fire. It's just great damage here. 9 workers killed for 4 Hellions and a Reaper. You kidding me? And 6 Zerglings. It's so much damage. Wow. It's incredible. And he still has 4 more Hellions for a potential second round if he wants to go for it. He does have his 3rd CC done. He does have extra barracks on the way. Stim is on the way. Cloak is on the way. The wall is not finished yet, so something to go on. And now the engineering base is starting. I kind of like to see a quick armory with this, just to make those hellbats. But yeah, upgrades are coming in after the barracks here, of course, this time. And there we go, barracks number 4 and 5. So if you want to play a really super ultra standard Terran versus Zerg build, you just do this with Gumiho's gun right now. You take your natural, you go into the Hellion Banshee on 1-1. Take your 3rd base, then you go into 2 extra barracks onto up to 3 barracks. While those are building, you make double engineering bay. While those are building, you make the 4th and 5th barracks. And then you have a setup which is double engineering bay, 5 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport is gonna be double medevac production, single tank production, and a ton of marines at the same time. You do get your marine +1 and 1 upgrades. You get your stim and combat shields and marauder concussives and everything. This is like a super solid game built into the mid game. And then you go, of course, into your armory. It kind of depends on how you want to play this. If you want to utilize more Hellions, you can make more or less Hellions, whatever you want. It's kind of up to you, but you always kind of want to go up to 2 Banshees at least. Sometimes we see 1, sometimes we see like 3, 4, 5 even. It totally depends on how the map develops from there. It just gives you the option to go in that. right? So yeah, a little sum up of the Terran build order here, and now you can transition into whatever you want. You can go into a faster third base, you can go into a faster factory, you can go into a faster, into an Atrax, which is going to be one factory only production. Gumiho is going to go into a second factory, and I assume he's going to make a fourth command center very soon here with this, and then go into his extra barracks. But now we do have a little bit of a push. Can Solar hold this one? Baneling speed not finished yet. These are slow Banes. This is on creep. There's no combat shields yet. +1 is about to finish though. No combat shields is kind of big though. Those Banes, if they connect, they're gonna deal a great damage here. This spore movement I really like. They hit like trucks now. They have so much damage. It's freaking 20 damage now a shot against that medivac. It's a lot of damage here. And it's kind of keeping away this high ground vision here. It's a really cool thing. He even transfused that one. But yeah, he's buying just time, as you can see. Now he's trying to grow his army. He did get the Baneling speed finish up. Needs to split off a few of his units. Is about to lose some queens here. Needs to be careful. Now Gumiho is trying to focus down that spore here. He does have the Banshees attack the Baneling nest, which is kind of crazy. And the queens, of course, are occupied, so they cannot come over. Now they are going to go in that direction. And Solar's trying to crush with his ground army. You're coming in now with the speed Banes and the Lynx. Can you pick up these two? Oh no, a little bit late there for Gumiho. He does lose the Banshee, but he kills the... Wow. No more Banes. He kills the Baneling nest, so he loses everything in the end. I think for me it was 2 little probes going down. And I think this is a good exchange for Solar in the end. He did lose his Baneling nest, he did keep the hatchery alive, he did keep his queen count alive. He did keep his probes alive, his workers alive, so I think it's a good trade here for the Zerg player still. But that Baneling nest not being started while it was under attack, I think is a huge mistake. So now if he cannot hold this, there's only 4 Banes, that's all. And then there's one more, I guess. And that's it. Now we did reset enough from the Bioforce here as the Zerg player to kind of keep just sitting here with Hydra Ling and Queen. But man, by the way, just checking, this is back to white, so make it visible again. It's fucking, I don't know who came up with that idea, but that's such a dumb thing to make this color coded. It's like the worst. Like someone just like, hey, I have a great idea. Wait, this would help me in TVT. Oh, maybe not. That's when you get pro gamers trying to balance a game, man. Alright, now he's trying to stim in here. Of course, the Baneling nest remade here. Banes again back up in the arsenal for our Zerg player, and he's just holding his high ground. So interesting so far to note, none of the players tried to go for one of these purple gas bases, so they're just going to utilize that in the later stages of the game, I guess. Gumiho, that's his next room where he wants to grow in for Solar. He could try to go in different directions as well. He's going to drop a few Widow Mines here, get 7 probes for now. This one is probably not going to burrow. Oh, yeah, it's going to burrow but not shoot. We do have another attack here to the south, and these Widow Mines are gonna catch, or did already catch, some stray units here. Finally gonna finish off that hatchery, which was never transfused, so yeah, a little bit on Solar there. Could have kept that, you know, one queen to try and transfuse that one for a few times. Heal it up a little bit. And now we do have the upgrades here coming in for the Zerg. Lurker range and Adrenal upgrade for the Speedlings. Just gonna really buff that Zerg army. So Gumiho is moving out to the north. Very interesting expansion pattern. I kind of expected to take this base or this base. I mean this base probably because it's on the high ground, but yeah. And then he kind of could have pushed through that area. Solar is taking this base actually as his next base. Of course he's 1 base ahead, so should probably be the next one that Gumiho takes as well. But he's kind of far away from his push with his bases. Then again, he is kind of pushing in 2 directions at the same time, so it's a split push here. They're coming in here from the north. It's gonna snipe a few Banelings. The mine does not burrow, but this is not the real story. The real story is what's happening in the south. He's pre-spraying this, but this is also happening. He's sniping a lot of Banes here. Now he needs to pick up And there we go. Good evacuation. And he's gonna win on the north as well. Oh my god, Gumiho. No, almost. Almost. The Hydra's just doing enough here. Man. What is this? Frenzy. Frenzy? Okay, so this is not... It's not Frenzy, it's called Dash. And they're gonna be doing a dash. They haven't labeled this correctly yet in the game. It's called Dash, but yeah. So this might be the first time I'm gonna see this. I'm kind of hyped for this one. Good splits against those mines, so he can now utilize the dash ability. And he can charge in or out of things. It's a target point ability, so you have like what do you say, like a target point ability. You click somewhere on the map and they just like dash there. That's basically what it does. Nidus Worm on the way, yeah. And Gumiho might have been a tiny bit preoccupied with that. He's gonna not get a correct split. I really wonder if we see this ever. Dash! No. Did have a few units fighting here, but kind of things falling apart here before we ever see a dash. Can you dash? Can you dash? 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 No. Not really utilizing that new ability yet, even though he got the upgrade. Wow, so now we do see the fusion core here being done. We do see the first ghosts coming into play. Ah, great AMP here. Can we see a dash? Really want to see a dash. Dash! Zerg is probably the most or least natural individual unit micro players. Not really utilizing the dash here. I think he could have saved a lot of those Hydras trying to dash out. Not a blink, of course, but... Now lurkers are sieging this planetary on the north. There needs to be some ghosts to try and counteract those, but ghosts have become so supply intensive. He's only on 4 ghosts. And he's maxed. Oh no, he was maxed there for a moment, but he lost a lot of units, I guess. Now this is gonna go try to evacuate into that lurker, but not after the planetary is gonna fall. A great snipe here. Gonna get most units into that Nidus. Did I say into the lurker? I don't know. And we do have a big attack here on the south again. Gumiho, can he defend this one? Oh, Solar's actually gonna be... he's gonna show mercy here a little bit. We still do have enough, though, to take this area out here, and that's what he's gonna do. But he's also gonna lose his north side. But with Zerg, it's kind of about sacrificing a lot of your positions and then regaining those, retaking those with your fluid army. Now, Gumiho is kind of on the short end of the stick here. Oh, that's a great shot. Oh, and he finds a ton of drones here. Good evacuation, though. And he needs to be careful. If Gumiho loses this army, well, then he's kind of screwed. He's gonna make a nuke now. There we go. This is when you know we have a good game on the PDR. It's gonna be with nukes. So this is still not mining. This base is floating back. This is also... I like this one. He's taking the one on the gas now. Trying to make his setup a little bit more compact. We do see a nuke starting here and going into the main base of our Zerg player. It's gonna hit. Oh, he gets a full energy Viper. That's a great pick off. This army's also gonna hit here in a second. And 9 workers actually were stacked here. So good nuke there from Gumiho. Wow. Solar Man. Something with nukes in him. And Gumiho needs to rebalance his economy. He probably needs to make a few extra workers actually here, because he only keeps on losing those SCVs but didn't really replenish, so he's only on 45 now. He has not enough orbitals to make it work. He has a really big army though, 140 army supply here. Now the big fight is happening here in the middle. Ooh, can we see that dash? I haven't seen it used once yet. And wow, these lurkers actually killed that orbital. So Gumiho is gonna say, alright, I'm just gonna overwhelm you with my army. I don't think he can make that happen. I think he's putting too many eggs in one basket there. I mean, only a couple of good lurker connections, a couple of good bane connections, and everything's gonna be done, Zeus. Use the dash. Use the dash. I really want to see the dash. Man. Now he's gonna pick up most of his units, not all of them. It's kind of only to evacuate out of that area, and he's gonna fall back, and I guess he's gonna go back to base building. He should probably float out his main CC at this point. He needs to upgrade this one. He needs to get these SCVs mining, man. He's really not doing that great on mining. He's making a lot of gas. And I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of letting this slip away from him. He's not mining correctly. He's not rebalancing his economy. He's not taking another base. Then finally we do see idle SCVs getting transferred here. The things... Oh, can he get an EMP? No, no EMP here. This bio is so low. He does have the medevac upgrade, so the medevacs actually have a great deal of energy, but man, even losing units inside a medevac here with a parasitic bomb on it. This is not going good for Gumiho here. He's losing so many units. He lost the base to just these links here and the 22 SCVs, and all of this red is just medevacs. There we go. Falcon Solar is gonna take the first game of the series. Wow. Wow. Already delivering here. Yeah, Solar really likes nukes, man. I don't know, he just lets them hit his drones and units and armies and bases. He wants to see the big explosions as well, I mean, who wouldn't, right? It's kind of on you as a pro gamer to make those epic moments as well, you know? Get your army nuked. It's something you have to let happen as well. I think Scarlet is got a nuke to her face in one of the GSLs, if I'm not mistaken. On her army. So the same, of course, Solar on his army. Well, let's get into that game number 2, man. It's gonna be Snowpiercer. Okay, so what I think about this map, it should be on paper extremely good for tank pushes. Through the middle, which feels weird to say because you can get flanked and stuff, but yeah, it just looks like a good map for tank pushes. In the top right, we do have Solar. In the bottom left, it is Gumiho. It just looks good for tank pushes, in my opinion. There's so many... There's like, basically, you can set up tanks here in front, and then you already have that high ground position, right? You can push from down here into the natural, for example, set up tanks over here. You can, of course, push from down here up there, but you have like 2 locations you can just push on even ground. You can even push from the middle into this area. I don't know, it just makes sense for tanks, in my opinion. But we'll see. There's of course a lot you can do with even ground bases. And yeah, this path in the middle being on the same level and not on a basically low ground area here, I think enables a lot of potential to deal damage at a 3rd base or 4th base location from a Zerg player. But yeah, let's see what kind of idea Gumiho has here on this map. I'm actually gonna take on my jacket because it's actually it's like literally winter in 2 days. Like 2 days before we had 25 degrees. It was a very mild autumn, a very mild fall, and now it's like it dropped about 11 degrees. Or even more. Now it's like 13 degrees, it's 12 degrees or something drop. Even more, right? 70. I don't know, man. It's insane. It's really, really cold all of a sudden. It was a quite drastic drop here. just 2 days. Alright, Reaper into Marine here. Triple Hellion, sorry, not Triple Hellion, Triple CC into Hellion Banshee again, that's my question. Something he really liked so far here, not really utilizing the new, or the old cycle I should say. Something like these by the way, like those patch changes, when you see like the Cyclone was reverted back to its state before blah blah. That's when you see there is no one who actually knows what he's doing in the Balance Council. Which is kind of crazy, right? So yeah. There is no one who really has a vision for the game. The Cyclone was a terrible unit design and it's still a terrible unit design. And it just reverted back to even a worse design. So it's super weird. Now, I don't know even what to say about this because it's like one of these things. In Germany we say Armutszeugnis, you know, when you see like I've got no fucking idea what I'm doing, I've got no plan, so just let's just go back because everybody's kind of complaining and not happy, you know. Like yeah, all right, I just forfeit here basically. Okay, Reaper is gonna get... Oh, you can jump, I guess, in this location. So yeah, he's just gonna get killed there before he can join up with the Hellions. A little bit unfortunate here for Gumiho because he really wanted to keep that alive to probably bounce a queen out of position or anything. He's also making a Liberator, so a slightly different opening here. This time no Banshee, no safety. Of course, there is no Roach Warren yet, so it's gonna be okay for Gumiho. But he can't really let that being seen. And that... Can you generate high ground vision from here? I mean, he's just gonna show the Liberator now, I guess, yeah. Oh, he even lets the Liberator get the kill, wow. The Marines, they put in so much work and then the Liberator comes in and deals, I guess, 10 damage. Does he do 10 damage? He does have, what, 5 damage, but 2 times, right? Okay, let's see what this can do, but I don't agree with the decision to show the Liberator here. The Lynx might find it. No, he's not gonna see the angle, the actual angle. And the Hellions are gonna come in first. He's only gonna snipe 3, he's gonna go back out. Liberator not hitting at this correct time here. And there's already a spawn position. A queen is also walking here. Oh my god, don't siege over the spore. Mate. And yeah, not really finding anything with that Liberator. I guess the only kill he has is the Overlord. He kind of, you know, stealed away from those 2 Marines. Now 4 Lynx coming in here trying to snipe an SCV. He's not gonna find anything. Loses a Ling. Gets out with the rest. Hellions poking at those queens here, trying to delay the creep. But Solar pushing this away first here. He's really keen about creeping this low ground, so this cannot be siege pushed. Of course, the middle is already creeped nicely here. He needs to kind of get some creep in front of his 3rd base. Now 1-1 upgrades on the way here. Armory quite a bit quicker this time. Notice he did not go all in with these Hellions, so this might be a bit tank push here in a little bit. Of course, Liberator still trying to put in the work here, dealing 10 damage at a time to that Overlord. Great deal of damage. You should probably repair these Hellions. You could also heal them up in a moment, but I mean, why is he moving out like this? This is like not even enough Marines to fill into these medevacs. Why is he moving out like that? Looks like a Hellbat push, but why are they not utilizing any tanks for this? I mean, if he loses this group of Marines, it's gonna be a little bit of a blunder. So he loses a few, gets a queen, which is okay, I guess. He still has that Liberator alive, so he still keeps everything alive for now. And now, joining forces here. You need to wait for the tank though. Transform those guys. I want to see them healed up before the battle. Transform. There we go. And they get into their freaking transformer mode. Now we do have a big counterattack. There's a ton of links. This wall is not completed. To wall in and the guys. The Liberator actually came all the way back home. So I guess he's not going to utilize it for this push here. Setting up the tank on the high ground, I'm not sure about this one. I would have loved to see it a little bit further back behind there in the low ground, or maybe set it then up behind the gas or something, where it's a little bit difficult to engage. Now, Solar should have enough to clear this one. And yeah, he's gonna indeed do so. The hatchery's gonna survive, but hey, everything just gets relocated because we can drop and we have flying units. We try to take out that spore here, but Solar, gonna lose it. Thought he would defend that one. Has been an MVP so far. Oh my god, and Banes crushing into this, killing 15 SCVs. Liberator kills 3 drones here. Gets pushed away, still alive. That was good from Solar Man. 15 workers, just like that, before the extra CC came on. Yeah, Gumiho is really exposed at the 3rd base usually. Kinda crazy. So he's focusing really nicely on those Banes, but it's still not gonna be enough to keep the tank alive here, unfortunately. And now we do have the Liberator trying to siege his position, killing some larvae. And running with a link now. Now he could try and snipe this hatchery, which he's gonna do actually. And if he just stays on the hatchery, there's no Banes here. Yeah, he's gonna target fire the hatchery. The Liberator is gonna assist. Oh my god! The queens. Queens for the save. Oh boy. And hatcheries are even cheaper now. He's gonna get away. Keep moving! Freaking pighead! Keep moving. Don't lose his units. There we go. He's gonna move away from this one. Gumiho, you need to win this map. I can't believe it. I want to see more matches. So again, a nice counter-attack here. You should have seen this one. Didn't move units in position quickly enough. Does not raise these depots. Tank is dealing quite a bit of friendly fire into the mineral line here. Man, he's actually completely friendly firing his own SCVs. Meanwhile, this drop is doing okay here in the north. But again, 12 SCVs falling this, and a lot of units as well. And we never kill one of these hatcheries even here. So this one stays alive, this one stays alive. Solar Man, been doing good. Been doing great. He's cruising. Drilling claws on the way. Of course, 4th base was cancelled, never remade. Look at that. And Gumiho, kind of falling behind like that, is about to be all in. And needs to make this work. He needs to get damage, or he's gonna be out. He did not. Still does not. Yeah, he's just gonna throw down extra bags now. He's gonna transition exclamation points into a 8 racks. Oh, is this a 7 racks? He does have 5 and he's making 2 more. It's a 7 rack. There you go. And that's how desperate this is. He's going into his extra upgrades. He's repairing the Liberator. He did repair that 1 depot. Solar, I don't think you can break Solar at this point. He's just way too big. Let's creep across half the... This is a giant map as well. Kind of like now playing on this really, like a late game like this. Man, this is a huge, massive map. We do have tanks here still in the back, dealing a great amount of damage here to that circling force. I'm trying to relocate, but already blinding clouds on top of the positions where they're sieging up there. Man, Bane's crashing into that ball of marines there, and I'm afraid, man, Gumiho is gonna get probably bopped here. I mean, it's a good game, but it feels like he made just a little bit too many mistakes, a few too many mistakes here. Again, a big counterattack. Finally, he's gonna get the hatchery, but this is gonna get broken. He isn't even using Banes to break the wall here. And there's nothing you can do here. Oh, can he get a big... What am I connection? Hey! This is saved. Okay. That's something. He's dealing some damage still, but man, this is mostly empty medivacs here. This group is not fighting. It should be shooting at that hatchery. It's just standing there. These guys are dying now one by one here. The defense is made happen. But this is the big issue again. Now, these guys are coming back. What are you doing, Gumiho? He's bringing over his medivacs. Can he be in time, though? He's gonna get the hatchery. He's gonna get a couple of drones. So in the end, it pays out. And he's gonna get the pickup. And the freaking good connection here. 18 kills on that one middle mine. Now, we do have some liberators here in the down, but Gumiho is just gonna GG. He sees the ultralist. He's gonna be alright. I have nothing. You've got this. And yeah. So let's gonna take the serious. Gumiho is gonna be out already.